Everyone, I'm Jim Gass with SpliceNet Consulting. Thanks a lot for joining me again this week. This is my regular Tuesday Tech Talk, and what I'm going to do is show you in short order how to use Copilot for Microsoft 365 to actually make a presentation. So there's a lot of great things that Copilot for Microsoft 365 does. This is one of my favorite. Without a doubt, this is probably one of the biggest time savers that you will actually experience with Copilot, that and actually drafting documents on the fly. So what I'm going to do is show you a couple of PowerPoint presentations and how it can generate some slide decks for you in a matter of minutes. It's amazing what it can do. So let's get right to it. I'll go ahead and pop my screen up over here, and then we'll go ahead and get into it. So you can see the screen. Really quick, what I do is I like to keep some prompts here, and so these are actually what I call prompts, things that I actually put into Copilot, so it'll help me. Sorry, I got my volume here on also on my mobile. Sorry about that. Nevertheless, these are prompts, and this is how you tell Copilot what to do. And so I like to keep good prompts so that I have them at my fingertips, so I can actually draw upon them and actually even learn from them, or maybe even send them to people. By the way, if you want some of my prompts, email me, jim@splice.net, and I'll send them to you. But let me pop over into PowerPoint, and so I've got an empty slide deck right here. All right, as you can see in PowerPoint, up here is the Copilot icon in the top menu bar to the right. And so I'm going to click on that and bring open the Copilot, the Copilot panel for PowerPoint. You get a few options here: create a presentation about, create a presentation from file, or add a slide. Well, I'm going to pop over my prompt document. I'm going to say, I want to create a presentation from a particular file. Now, this presentation happens to be a document that is actually on my Microsoft 365. And so I'm going to go and pull it up, and I'm going to say how this one right here is a great one. I like this one a whole lot. We did a lot of great things with this with this document. And so actually it was generated from Copilot as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that in there. And by the way, anytime you add that / that /, you're telling I want to draw on Copilot. I want to draw on people, an event, an email, a document, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and generate. Oh, before I finish, by the way, I'm going to say turn off web content. I want it specific to my document, right? I don't want to pull anything from the internet. This is an option that you can use. So this is what you call a search plugin, right? And so I'm going to turn off my web. We're going to do it two ways. We're going to do it this way. We're going to do it with. So let's go ahead and generate that. Now, it's going to take a minute or so, but in a matter of a minute or so, it'll churn out the really good looking PowerPoint slide deck. Keep in mind, I turned off that internet search, so it can't go out and pull a whole bunch of pictures and all kinds of ancillary information. I'm really drilling down and saying, just stick to this document right here that we created. And so it's looking and it's finding that document. It's going through the document. And so one could think that you have to wait, right? And so now, now it's finding the file. That's kind of interesting. Great. Now it's drafting up the outline of its logical order of what this slide deck should look like, generating slides. And here we go. Oh, by the way, it's adding some speaker notes too, which is kind of cool. Now, even though that took maybe a minute or so, I mean, imagine how much time it would take to come up with a slide deck. Oh, look, it's even got some animation to it, right? How long would it take you to come up with a slide deck? How much time did this just save somebody trying to create a presentation? I didn't have to think, right? It said it drafted 21 slides. It included speaker notes, some images to make your slide deck more engaging, and layouts to organize the slides. Look at that. I think it did a fantastic job on this document. I couldn't ask for much more. Now, of course, because it's an AI, I'm going to go back and I'm going to revise this and look at this and review this to make sure that it's right and accurate. I just don't want to take the chance. I have to trust an AI, but trust but verify all of your AIs. All right. So I'm going to pop over and do another one real quick of another kind, and we're going to run out of time really fast today. So sorry about that. This is another document on fundraising. So I'm going to go ahead and I do this one regularly. So I'm going to go open new PowerPoint. I'm going to do a new slide deck. I'm going to say PowerPoint, Copilot, please. And I use the prompts over, create a presentation from file. And I'm going to type in fundraising, and it will find that document fundraising. And I'm going to say go. Now, while it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and open up a new PowerPoint session because I want to save some time for our session. I want us to run out of time and get it ready. And so while that's doing that, oops, not designer, but Copilot, I'm going to go ahead and get my next prompt in here so that you're ready. And we can go back and look at the other one. I'm going to do this one right here because I prepared a few and I didn't know we'd run out of time. I'm going to pop that in here. I'll be able to fire it off in a second. But let's take a look at how the status of this one's going. So it's drafting that presentation, a little bit more in depth maybe. And here we go. Here's our slides. Oh, it's adding speaker notes too, which is kind of nice. Now, I didn't say anything about the tone. I didn't say anything about, the pictures. I didn't say anything about much of that stuff. Notice how both of these look kind of similar. They're a little professional, right? A little too professional, maybe. I don't know. It's really up to what you're going for. And so what I'm going to do in this last one is I'm going to give it a little bit more detail. I'm going to say, Copilot, let's see here. Oh, wow. Hold on. I didn't catch that whole thing. So I got to copy the whole document here. Yep. Create a presentation. Sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place. Create a presentation. I should have grabbed the prompt first. Create a presentation about how people balance work and personal lives and the related struggles. Make it with a serious tone. I'm going to say comical. We've had a little bit too much serious today. Show medical and health implications. So let's see what we come up with. Now, I did this just before, and I did it 2 different ways. I'll show you. This is a comical one that it created for me. Balancing. Here is a more professional one that it created for me. Where's it at? Oops. Let me find that professional one that it created. More serious tone, right? With medical implications, right? Let's see what it decided to do this time. Huh. My apologies for showing off my email. So it's a little bit more in depth. It's a little bit more specific. It's saying, hey, oh, you know what? I also think I might have done. I might have turned off the internet connection to it. I don't know for sure. And so it's not going to pull out a whole lot of great, pretty pictures. Oh, there we go. Maybe I was wrong. Juggling, right? Now, that's not something that you would expect to see. A little professional note, a little bit more relaxed tone to it. Some funny pictures in it, right? I wanted it on the comical side. So the short is this. Copilot can do a whole lot, right? One of my favorite things is creating things, taking away that creative thing that I just, sometimes I just don't have time to come up with something on my own. Now, can I edit this? I should edit this. As a matter of fact, I should make this my own because, it's not a product, it's not a final product. It's a draft product. You have to think of everything that a Copilot for Microsoft 365 does as a draft product. Let me repeat that. Consider everything that Copilot for Microsoft 365 does as a draft for you to edit and make your own and ensure that it is correct. That is absolutely essential. So listen, a couple of quick things. If you like this, if this is valuable time for you, like it, share it, comment. I love comments. Those are fantastic. Also, I've got a QR code at the top. If you scan that QR code, you'll land on our Copilot website. You can get a free roadmap, or you see the ticker at the bottom. Email me at jim@splice.net. Again, our company is SpliceNet Consulting, and I hope this is valuable.